everybody, and welcome to the Wealthy Lala Show with myself, Laurie Laursen. Today is episode 193. Wow, can you believe it? Like pretty soon, I'll have done 100 episodes because I didn't technically start at one. I kind of wish now I would have just started at one, but whatever. The person who encouraged me or supported me in starting a podcast, they said start at 100. So I said, okay. So anyways, so today is 93. So today's a little mini reading Wednesday. And I was digging through my cards, and the cards that wanted to be used are called Soul Coaching Oracle cards by Denise Linn, Linn. Okay. 2 cards wanted to be picked. So I have the right and I have the left card. So in your mind's eye, you guys, ask, trust your intuition. Is it one card, both cards, right card, left card, both, or both of them that you desire to receive a message from today, or ask a question in your head about something, whether it's your body, business, relationship, money, and you can just listen to me read about them and you can see what messages pop for you, okay? So really just let yourself be open to whatever the cards have to say. All right, so again, 2 cards, one on the left, one on the right. So, okay, for me, I'm getting the right card. So I am going to pull the left one first, though. Let's see what the left one says. Passion. Okay. Now, I had done a bit of a reading for someone earlier today. And with these particular cards, they have one word at the top, and at the bottom, there's an affirmation. So I just want to, again, encourage you to use your intuition. If it's the words, if it's the affirmation that applies to you, is it both? When I was chatting with this person earlier today, for them, it was just the words at the top of the card, the one word that actually applied to them, not the affirmation. Okay. So the passion card. And the affirmation is, I passionately accept and love myself. So this card meaning says, follow your bliss, discover what you absolutely love to do and be, and then, like an arrow directed at its target, don't let anything stop you from fulfilling your passion. Exuberant emotions are coming to you, perhaps in the form of romance. Oh, see, like that's what I mean is like this card, passion. Is it referring to your job? Is it referring to you passionately loving yourself? Is it passion to your body? Is it was passion towards a relationship? So, really keep yourself open and pay attention to what your question was if you had a question, okay? Even write it down before you listen too sometimes. So it also says your soul wants you to know if you're having difficulty discovering what you're passionate about, go back to your childhood and remember what gave you joy then. If you love to dance as a child, sign up for a movement class. Better yet, put on music and boogie in the living room to your soul's delight. Interesting. For me, that was something I loved to do when I was younger and a teenager. And actually, some of the other things I like to do is I like to organize groups. I like to organize games. I love to play with like Barbies. I've always been so interested in people. So not far off from me now. So if you adored your crayons, then pull out those colors and splash the bright hues from one side of the paper to the other. If you enjoyed observing the insects in your backyard, maybe sign up for a nature study course. Once you're clear on what you're passionate about, do whatever it takes to follow that. Don't wait till it's too late. Many people declare that they'll follow their passion when they retire or have time, and consequently, they never experience the absolute exuberance of life. Do it now. If not now, when? Live your life with passion. Okay. Okay, you guys, I picked the second card. So the card on the right is, drumroll, pleasure. Oh, wow. Do you know, when I was shaking these cards earlier, this actually showed up for me. Pleasure. Okay. My life is deliciously joyous. So that's the affirmation that's on the bottom of the card. And remember, I will put a picture of these in the Wealthy Lala show on Instagram. I know I do have a Facebook group, but I find that I'm not getting much interaction on the Facebook group, and I'm not enjoying Facebook as much. I'm fairly selective with how I go on Facebook now. I'm not choosing it as often for a few different reasons. So anyways, so pleasure. Card meaning, enjoy yourself, dance through your life and give toasts for no reason at all. Cherish your sensuality and sexuality. Your soul wants you to know. In today's society, we're programmed to believe that pleasure is forbidden, only permitted in small amounts, or should always come after work. Do you postpone good times because you're too busy fulfilling work commitments? Do you deny yourself joyful experiences because there's not enough time or it seems selfish? Stop. Your spirit needs pleasure. It's the soul's way of replenishing and revitalizing your life force. Make pampering yourself a priority, and you'll have all the energy that you need to create everything you desire. And if you guys got both of the cards, for yourself, re-listen to what I read from these and see what it is for you. Is it about passionately creating more pleasure in your life? And is it finding more pleasure in your passion? Is there something that you've done for years and the magic has kind of gone out of it? The flavor, the yumminess of, maybe like I know for myself, I enjoy cooking, and every once in a while it'll be kind of like, oh, do I have to? What will revitalize it? Number one, maybe taking a break. Number two, cooking something brand new, getting a new cookbook or going online onto Pinterest and being like, okay, I've got these 3 ingredients. What can I make with it? Put on some good music, some dancing music while you're cooking. Like, what will revitalize the passion that you've had in your life? One of the things that I've really, really noticed for myself here is it says, do you deny yourself joyful experiences because there's not enough time or it seems selfish? One thing I've really noticed for myself as I'm choosing, these daily meditations, and I'm allowing energies into my body, into my life that I did not realize were actually important. Okay. It's like I'm finally allowing fuel to go into my body, like rather than just expending energies or fighting off things or just reacting to life around me. I'm actually infusing myself with beautiful, majestically delicious energies, vibrancy, and what was that other one that I did this morning? Unapologetically, clarity. Yeah, like being unapologetically, that's not the right Claire. Oh God, what was the word? Unapologetically. I can't think of it right now. Gosh, it'll come to me. If it's relevant, it'll come to me. But the energies of wealth, the energies of fun, of joy, and whatever energies infuse you. Now, I know that I've mentioned this on a previous show, and I really get that we could be reminded of this every freaking day, okay? I'm sure all of you have a cell phone. If you don't have a cell phone, which some people don't, you have a computer or an iPad or something of the sort, okay? Do you ever, how often do you actually let the battery go to dead? Okay? You actually recharge it far before, most often, right? Before it actually gets dead. And if it's dead, you will see how cut off you are from that thing. Like I know just a week or two ago, they turned the power off. No, actually the power went out for some reason. And it was out for an hour. There was like nothing, hardly anything. I couldn't finish recording my show. I couldn't go on, like there was just so many things that I couldn't do without having power. Well, what if this is what we've got to look at our body and our lives as, that we actually require to have a beautiful, happy, fun, joyful life, not a Pollyanna life. And why not have a Pollyanna life? It's funny, there's still judgment around that, hey? But having a great life, you know, a life that still has stuff come up, because life is going to have stuff come up. People are going to pass away. We're going to have, maybe a fender bender. We're going to get a flat tire. We're going to have a bad day at work, just whatever. We're going to have things like that happen in our lives. And think about it. When you are feeling fueled up and alive and you're feeling good, you've had a great sleep, or you just had a really fun get together with some people that just sort of infused your life with some yumminess. Someone cuts you up as you're driving and you're like, whatever, right? But if you have those days when you're like on 2%, someone cuts you off, what happens, people? Do you snap? Right? Oh, man. So anyways, like, I just, really take care of the battery. Like, look at your body as a battery. Where are you living and functioning at? Like, really be honest with yourself. And if you find like you're living at a 20, you're cruising towards illness. I did that. I had 3 years of warning before I actually got sick, where it started to really, really physically impact my body. And I was running on, and that can be impacted just by the stress. Like, if you guys have an understanding or even want to Google more information about the flight or fight, and what that does in our body, like if you're constantly, worrying about your kids, and you're worrying about, did they get to school or not, and then do you have the groceries, and what are you going to do this week, and how are you going to work out them going to soccer and baseball, and then where's the next payment for the car going to come by, and then how am I going to get this? Do you realize that you actually are, it's like having a lion or tiger or something in your face all day when you are in those emotions, and you are creating that kind of a stress that is actually impacting your body? And when you have that stress that continually impacts your body, it raises your cortisol. And then it comes to a point where that actually starts to create damage. Like, the initial aspect is really great because it's like your body reacts to protect yourself, but then you never give your body a break. You never rest. Animals, actually, when they do that fight or flight thing, and then they do it, they take care of it, and then they rest. How much do you rest? How much do you plug yourself back into something that is actually going to create ease in your body? And, this is where those energy techniques like EFT, the havening, EMR, EMDR, these different energy techniques, you can even do Reiki and other stuff like that, where they can also help give you support. So a massage can be a great thing too. But there's really about like anything that can help you self-regulate back from a stressful situation. And that could be stressfully, emotionally, physically, mentally. Finding ways to self-regulate yourself back. Like, I can have a massage and it can make no difference if what I've got going on in my head, I'm not taking care of. I can do all the massages in the world, but if I don't change my point of view, if I don't take care of the stressful emotion in my head, I can really seriously have massages till the cows come home, and it doesn't make any difference. Sometimes then I've got to do the EFT, or I've got to do the EMDR, or I do the havening, and then it creates the space and the energy back in. Then I go to a place where I then have a massage, and I've got the space and the space. The massage may create something, it's just whatever you need to do to create the ease. And I was talking to someone today who actually hurt their back, and they were going to go maybe to a massage, and then I jokingly had said I would walk on their back. They didn't want that. I don't know why. I said I would. I'm a lightweight, maybe. you know They didn't take me up on it. They went for a really deep tissue massage. Now, for another person having back pain, EFT can work. And for another person, doing the havening could work. Like, this is where it's so beautiful that we can ask questions and find out what's actually going to create the relief in our lives. What is going to create the relief? What is going to recharge our battery? How does our body need to be recharged so that you can get yourself back up to a level that you can self-regulate yourself again, and you're not like on this teetering point of losing it at any moment. So anyways, love how the cards were passion and pleasure, recharging your battery. How can you find those, energies, those ways that can recharge you, and even if it's sitting on the couch and getting some big snuggles from your kids, or playing games, or going for a walk outside, hugging a tree, like whatever it is for you, please take care of you. I adore you. Thank you so much for listening. So grateful for the feedback I've been getting. And if you guys, if it's light, I would love it if you would share my show, share it on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram. I'd be so incredibly grateful. Twitter, whatever. All right. Have an amazing rest of your day. Big hug.